So many golfers seem to struggle with this problem, and it's that ability to maintain posture through the golf swing and stop standing up through impact, causing poor contact, poor direction, and just such inconsistencies. So in today's video, I'm going to show you why you're standing up through impact and the feeling we're going to do to keep you down through impact without trying to keep your head down, keep your head still, and actually killing your golf swing. So what we're talking about, standing up during the golf swing. So one of two things, either in the backswing, as the golfer moves away, they stand up, the shoulders turn flatter, and then they've got to get that height back, which is incredibly difficult to control where the bottom of the arc is, the low point, the path, and the face. So just such terrible shots. Or for some golfers, and maybe this is more true for a lot of you watching, they maintain pretty good posture on the way back. But as they're coming into impact, they lift through the bottom, hit the top of the ball, thin it, and really poor strikes. Now, face on, you'll definitely notice that if I drew a line at the top of my head, either the golfer goes above the line on the way back, or stays there and into impact comes up. Now, if you watch the best players in the world, they actually do the exact opposite. So the best players in the world set up to the golf ball at that height, get maybe a tiny bit smaller during the backswing, then actually lose a little bit of height and are much smaller into impact. But that's because at impact for the best players in the world, that trail arm is very, very bent and there's a lot of shaft lean forward. But for most average golfers, they've moved nearer the golf ball, both arms are fully extended, and there's no shaft lean. So what if we could fix all of those things by simply understanding what you need to do? So obviously face on, you're seeing the head move up and down. If you look down the line, what you tend to see is on the way back, golfers' hips move towards the target, so they come up out of posture, and then like I said, they've got to get back, or maintain that posture, and then the hips move towards, and that shaft comes back much more upright. So what we're going to try and feel is, and we're going to work on this as a little half swing first and then build it into the full swing. So we're going to feel that as we swing back, want to imagine there's something behind your backside. And you're going to push your right glute back during the backswing. Then you're going to move left, get that left butt cheek, pushing back, and keep that pushing back. And as the hips stay back, you can see you will reduce your spine angle, the shaft will lower slightly, and it's much easier then to get the hips turning out the way. And when the hips turn out the way, we can see it's easy to get shaft lean. So I think the definite for golfers who struggle with this, and I used to struggle with this a lot, to put it straight into full swing at full speed's hard. So it's almost a case of hitting some little half shots, getting that feel. Now I'm going to use TrackMan data here, so we're obviously going to look at strike, but we're also going to look at the lie angle. So I know when I'm bad, this angle tends to come back at 65, 66 degrees, lots of toe down, lots of manipulation of my hands. So we're just going to hit some little half shots to begin with, feeling right glute back, left glute back. And even now, I'm better at this, but it still feels quite exaggerated. Now I don't mind if they turn over a little bit for now. So we can see a little bit out the toe, low point nicely ahead, clubs travel down 4.5 degrees, and that lie angle there at just under 61 degrees. But that felt massively exaggerated. So if you're working with me through this on the range, this will definitely feel different. And I can feel straight away how I can press the ball better. Again, that lie angle's down. Not losing loads of club head speed there, but club traveling down nearly 160 yards carry. But we can see there, massive distance on what feels like a relatively short swing. I mean, obviously, when you look at video, feel like I'm swinging back to there, I'm obviously getting a bit further. But it's about maintaining and creating more room here, so that when my hips move close Obviously, I'm going to have to pull the club closer, otherwise I'm going to hit it off the hosel. But as I do that, it's trying to coordinate things. Whereas when I'm right glute back, shift, left glute back, see how much more room there is there. So we're going to go one more little half swing. Again, felt good. Really long way ahead for me. Club's traveling down 5.3 degrees. And again, carrying over 150 and really pleased with that. Now, I would definitely say most golfers will find it a little easier with the shorter swing because they're probably not trying to generate speed in the swing. And a lot of the way golfers try and generate their speed is they feel that by pushing into the ground, they're going to generate speed. But you can see as they push down, very often their hips move closer. So that's a little challenge. You can still push down, but just push it in the way we've talked about there. So we're going to do a couple of full swings. Right glute back. And you can hear straight away there the interaction with the mat, and obviously on the grass that would be taking more of a divot because my low point's further ahead and I'm more down covering the golf ball. So we're going to set up again, run through that feeling now in the fuller swing. Didn't do that quite as well as I would have liked. But we can see, good club head speed, 88 mile an hour. Low point, 3 inches ahead. Clubs travelled down, 3.4. Dynamic lie was good. And carry at 181. So even though I didn't feel I did that fantastically well there, the feedback from TrackMan showed me that I actually got the handle nicely down. And that's where, obviously not everybody's got a hold of this type of technology. Sometimes when we're working on something, we think we're doing it great, and we're not. So if you can get some feedback, and you could do that literally with, you could draw a line on your golf ball, put it straight up, and you can look at how the line is on the club face. So if you're very toe up, the line's going to lean that way, leaving the impact mark. The more handle down and toe up you are, the strike mark will be that way. So there's loads of different ways of doing it. But if you can get some good feedback, and you could video yourself, try and stay underneath that line or down the line, draw a line, touching your glutes, get behind the line, stay behind the line, turn behind the line. And it really is a massive difference to the golf swing and makes it much more simple to actually start putting some good swings on it, get some solid strikes, really compress the golf ball nicely, and really just take away that thing of, I could top it, I could thin it. Once we've got that tee shot away, and this is still true with driver, but the ball's up in the air with driver, so generally golfers get away with it a bit more. Once the golf ball's on the floor, you have to control low point and how deep into the ground or above the ground the bottom of the arc is. And if you can maintain that posture, stop standing up, stay down better through the ball, you're going to stand up there, put some quality golf swings on it, and hit lots of good shots, just like that one. But, like I said, don't be afraid of hitting some little swings to begin with. Exaggerate the feeling. You're not trying to keep your head down, but you'll notice as you move your hips better, as the hips go back, the chest goes down, you maintain that posture, and then you can stand up there, put good swings on it, rip those irons, rip those hybrids, smash those fairway woods, and just all in all, hit much better shots than before this video.